Good Friday evening to you, everyone. Welcome once again to the live stream. It's good to see you all, and it's good to be seen by you all. How the heck are you? Guys, we made it to Friday. That's right. Monday is history. It's in the books, it's in the rear view mirror, it's way back there, and it can't hurt you anymore. We have a glorious weekend uh, of fun and relaxation to look forward to. And let me ask you something. What better way to kick it off than to hang out tonight and watch for some possible disintegrations, irradiations, and mutations right here on the Delver's Dungeon? And I hope you guys are ready for it because we have got a lot of fun lined up for you this evening. Welcome, first of all, everybody, to the lots and lots of folks who've subscribed over the last couple of days. Whether you came here because I offered you free modules, whether you came here because you just thought it was a cool channel, a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, or maybe you haven't quite made that decision yet. Maybe you're not quite ready to commit and hit the go switch. Let me ask you something. What's keeping you? Come on, join the team for the big fun. Click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, and you too can be part of this merry mass of mutants that gets together from Monday through Friday, 5 nights a week, and we talk about classic TTRPGs with a particular focus on Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not gonna lie, but you roll in on Friday and you get some Gamma World, you get a little sci-fi with your fantasy. And who doesn't like that, right? Am I right? Of course I'm right. And now to take a quick minute aside for tonight's sponsorship. Tonight's show is brought to you by me. That's right. Tonight's sponsor is the Delver's Dungeon. So not only these days, ladies and gentlemen, can you pick up some awesome merch designed by none other than TSR legend Tracy. I invented the Mind Flayer Lesh, but and that, by the way, is linked below if you want a t-shirt, a hat, a mug, a pint glass, just whatever takes your fancy. You can go to our spring store and get yourself some of that cool merch. But let me ask you this. Odds are, if you're here, you're one of that select few. You're one of those people who still recognizes the vintage awesomeness that is first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which makes you an intelligent and discerning person indeed. But in this day and age, this hustle and bustle, this go, who has time to sit down and do all of the accounting to create and maintain a character for first edition AD&D? Well, folks, have I got some good news for you. And that good news is CROM. That's right. The Character Record Organization Manager Program, written by yours truly. It slices, it dices. You can create a character, you can age your character, you can level your character up, you can drain levels, you can change their stats, you can buy equipment. Got the Moxie for dual class? It supports that. Got the Moxie to Bard? It'll even handle that for you. And yes, it will check for psionics if you ask it to. Folks, I don't like to brag. I don't like to break my arm patting myself on the back, but this is the program for you if you need a first edition advanced character creation application. This is the standard by which all others are judged. It is a program like no other. Sure, you can go, you're like, hey, I can go on the web and I can find an AD&D character maker. Will it track your character for you? Can you add experience points? Can you age them properly? Can you have years taken off properly? I'd be willing to bet that you can't. This is feature complete with the player sections of the Dungeon Master's Guide all of the player's handbook. And let me tell you something else. If you come in and you're like, yeah, but I want to make an 8th level magic user, what's that going to do for me? My friend, you can absolutely generate a magic user, and it will generate their spell books. We got monks, we got druids, we got all kinds of multi-class. We have every demi-human available in the core for 1E. Give it a try. 25 simoleons. If you're interested, hit me up on social media and I'll hook you up. I'm sure we can make a deal. That's the Crom, because after all, who can you turn to if not Crom? So with that said, folks, we have got a lot of fun in store for you tonight. TXG asks an important question. What are the system requirements for Crom? Crom is compatible with Windows. I believe it should be compatible back to at least 7, but I need to double check that. But it is compatible with Windows 10 and Windows 11. And yes, I am considering a Macintosh version. But as far as overall requirements, I mean, an x86 CPU running Windows and at least like a gigabyte of RAM. That's it. It's very lightweight. So, will there be a Linux version? I don't know. That would require me installing Linux and compiling it for that. Who knows? You know, I'm open. I'm open to requests. So that's the Crom. You can hit me up on the Discord. You can reach me at _Dungeon Delver. You can drop me an email. I will get it to you. We can work something out. So, with all of that said, folks, we have got a lot of fun in store for you guys tonight, because maybe you're just tuning in for the first time and you're not 100% aware of exactly what we've got going on tonight. We're going to be playing some Gamma World, and folks, the dice are going to decide what happens. Okay. It's like I say about our AD&D games that we play on Tuesday. Look, we don't do table reads. We don't do script writing sessions. We don't rehearse. The dice decide what happens. We could start this game and 10 minutes after go, everybody's rolling up new characters and we're starting anew, because the dice can just be that fickle, and Gamma World is a dangerous place. And something else I'd like to emphasize real quick, guys. I don't want you to feel like you've just got to kind of sit back and watch, like this is just a passive entertainment thing. No. Do me a favor. If you have a question about somebody's character, what we're doing, how a rule unfolds, I want you to feel free to ask in the chat, and I will do my level best to answer your questions. And if I don't answer your question, or if I don't answer your questions, wrong emphasis, if I don't answer your question, somebody in the game may be able to answer that question for you. But, and this is very important, if neither I nor they catch your question or know the answer, somebody in the audience will, because folks, as I like to say, I have the best looking and the smartest audience of all 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG live stream shows here on YouTube. And that is a hill I will kill on. And speaking of smart people who are ready to kill, let us set aside the advertisements, the self-aggrandizements, the concerns and worries of our workaday world. Let us instead journey now to the radioactive wastes and have a little bit of fun, shall we? So tonight I've got a great stable, or unstable as the case may be, of players ready to rock and roll and join us here in Gamma World. First up, I've got a guy, let me tell you, longtime supporter of the show. Honestly, guys, the work he's done behind the scenes to help me out, particularly at the Guac, cannot be understated. He's one of the earliest fans of the show, really. And I really enjoy his stuff. You can actually find him here on YouTube at Doom Swords or at Doom's Words, whichever you like. Everybody, please welcome Doomsword Deathmaster as that power armored fellow himself, Techno Dooms.
Hey, how's it going?
It is going, my friend. It is going very well. And next up, of course, we have, speaking of personae on YouTube, we have a guy with whom I actually do live streams once a month. You can meet he and I and the Dungeon Minister as the Nerd Council of Doom at the Nerd Council of Doom. And you can find him on his own YouTube at Yang Yan Zhao 4. Everybody, please welcome Yang Yan Zhao as Gary.
Evening.
Whoa, calm down there, Yang. Save some of it for the role play. Now, of course, tonight's game wouldn't be nearly the same without this fellow, who is also an equally awesome guy. He has no YouTube channel. He needs no YouTube channel, but he's a kick-ass guy just the same. Everybody, please welcome Kevin as Wonderbar. He's the strong, silent type, folks. Just, think of him as like Clint Eastwood in High Plains Drifter.
All right. Just double muted, that's all. I'm soaking wet, so you can't probably tell from where you're at.
I can't. All right. Sci-Fi Snob, hail to you too, fellow nerd. And speaking of YouTube famous, of course, we have a guy coming up now who he's got a YouTube channel here, of course. It's pretty cool because it covers all of the stuff, and he's here to assault your pop culture sensibilities in the radioactive future. You can find him at Timothy M. Holt here on YouTube. Everybody, please welcome Tim M. Holt as Arlen. Tim.
Hello, everybody, and I promise, if you stick around, I'll make it worth your while. I'm going to sneak in Beastie Boy lyrics wherever I can tonight.
From the Hudson River out to the Nile. That's right. You make it easy to shop for you, though. I'll tell you that much. I'm getting you a T-shirt. Get you a Check Your Head T-shirt for Christmas. And last but not least, because apparently, according to internet law, we have to have a certain amount of furry representation. Everybody, please welcome Kanek One. She, you know her from many places here, orbiting the Delver social media sphere, as Foxen. Good evening, Kanek.
Hey, peeps.
Alrighty, guys. So welcome one and all. Last week, when we left the Intrepid Adventurers, you all had you had gunned down a Yexel and taken some of its loot, as I recall. You were on the way to investigate a disturbance involving killer robots that seems to be along and about with your current investigation of killer robots in general. That seemed to fit their MO. And while you were traveling in the darkness, in the wastes, as it were, you encountered a friendly Yexel. Well, it thought it was friendly, and then you shot it to pieces. So you've looted it. You've taken you've taken some ancient stuff from it. I seem to recall you got a package of pills, which there was some debate about taking.
There was no debate.
No, there was no debate.
Yeah, we totally took them. We identified what they were.
And to be fair,
Gary took one.
Doom's had a little PTSD issue he had to work out. That's why it just had to die.
I completely understand. So yes, Gary, you are now tripping balls. What is Gary's constitution, please?
6.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gone 30 minutes.
See you
And
later,
the world
Gary. We'll
goes
catch you on
upside
the other side.
So yeah. Basically, for the next 4 hours, you will be mentally entertained. It's gonna be okay, you think, as long as the vibrating neon hate snake that is hovering just at the edge of your vision doesn't tell you to do anything violent to your fellow travelers.
So Gary is shotgun, so he has a window in case he needs to evacuate.
I can drive.
Yes.
No, you can't. No.
In his mind, he's got like that computer tracking device when Luke's making his run on the Death Star. Like that's flashing before him.
That's great.
I don't need no targeting computer.
Sci-fi Snob says 6. Is that good? No, it is not. It is that number of 6-sided dice. The scores added together are his hit points, which may not sound that bad if your only context is, say, Dungeons and Dragons. Average, that's 18. That's not shabby. Most stuff in Gamma World throws out like 20, 30 dice of damage on a bad day. So, 10 to 20. Anyway, so you're beginning now to get into some hilly areas. Yang, roll a d6, please.
Nope. Hang on, the thing crashed. Okay, here we go.
This is how many balls you're going to be tripping.
Yes. A 4. The floor pedals melt and your feet sink into them. You will drive exceptionally slowly for the next 1 hour. So you guys look over, and Gary keeps staring at his feet, and slowly the turbine car you guys are in is very slowly rolling across the terrain.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
Yes. Now, Dooms, Techno is based. You're sitting in an attached trailer on the back of the turbine car, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure why you guys are going at like 10 kilometers an hour right now, but that's what's going on. So this goes on for about an hour. If no one talks to Gary about his driving. Yang, roll a d6, please.
6.
Okay. The goo solidifies, your feet are back on the pedals, and everything has kind of a pleasant halo around it, and people's voices are a bit metallic and melodic, but other than that, everything seems to be fine. So you can drive along normally. The car picks up speed, and Gary is just driving along. Anyone doing anything for the next hour?
I'm going to watch Gary and make sure he doesn't trip balls right off a cliff. But outside of that,
probably not a bad idea. Kevin, you were about to say something? Kevin, were you about to say something?
Yeah.
Kevin sounds like he's part robot. We might have to execute
Kevin's
him.
one of the robots. Try again, bud.
He does have a storm coming through, though.
Yeah.
That's exactly how Gary hears.
Did I lose connectivity? Is that what it? Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was a little better, but
All right.
Oh, really?
So
Wow.
Doom's back on the trailer. The vehicle kind of lurches back up to speed after about an hour. You're bumping along at a nominal speed. Gary, it's not really a problem. You're able to dodge small washed out sections of road, and when you have to ease off because the road is completely gone, it's not really an issue. Another hour passes. Roll a d6, Yang. Yeah, same thing. You are you're enjoying this. This is quite nice. Everything your friends are saying is making sense. You're motoring along. No major change. Anyone doing anything for this hour? Gary seems to be absolutely with it.
I don't trust Gary. I'm still going to watch and make sure he doesn't drive us off a cliff.
Okay. And the NPC that's with you, Corbin, says he leans over to Arlen and says, "Is he going to be okay? I don't think
I'm not sure he was okay to start with.
I don't think you should have eaten that ancient pill." All right. So yeah, Corbin just kind of gently rests his hand on the door handle. Give me a. Is Gary providing the turbine car with his natural? No, but I mean, that's not beyond the realm of possibility. Yang, give me one last D6 roll, please.
There we go.
So just when you're like la 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 la, everybody's making sense. Everyone in the car is a demon that wants to eat your face. The air outside has become pulsing living flesh, and the only way to get away from it is to stomp down on the gas and go faster. Yang, roll a d20, please.
I would like to point out when the air becomes flesh, Gary will also turn on the windshield wipers.
Okay. All right. So you turn on the window cleaning system and you rolled a 20. All right. So crashing the car is exactly what the demons would want you to do. So you begin to expertly weave at top speed. You are accelerating to dangerous speeds, but you are maneuvering fantastic. Oh, we lost Dooms.
He said he was going to reboot. He'll be right back.
Okay. All right. No, we didn't lose Dooms. We lost Kevin. Dooms, give me a D20 roll. You are back on that trailer. We will add some bonuses for your power armor, though. Fear not.
Alrighty. 19.
Yeah, you can feel that initial lurch. You don't know what's up. You don't know if there's something dangerous nearby, but you activate the suit long enough and just clamp down on the metal deck of the trailer. You're not being slung off that thing. All
right.
Let's see. So let's roll for Corbin. Corbin starts to yell he's going to kill us all and is then slammed against the front seat and takes 4 points of damage. His lip is split a little bit. Tim, give me a D20 roll.
Oh, great. A 3.
A 3. You reach over to see what's wrong with Corbin. And likewise wow. The car drops about a meter. Unfortunately, you don't, and you hit the top, the ceiling, and take 5 points of damage. Kanik, give me a D20. I'm sorry. Yes, give me a D20 roll for Foxen, please. Because you're just sitting up on the.
Yeah, I'm on the back
16.
rear
Okay,
thing, and she's got a dex of 14. So
you sink your claws into the seat cushions. You're thrashed around, but you're not taking any damage. So this goes on. He drives like an absolute maniac for an hour. And you guys are being bounced around. Those of you who failed your saves, that is cumulative damage. As you, like, you're trying to grab a strap, you're trying to grab an armrest or whatever, and you're just missing, and you're getting slung around. But eventually the flesh turns back to air. Your friends turn back to normal humans. And the sensation fades away. Gary feels fine-ish. You are now no longer completely zonked, and you can drive the vehicle normally.
All right.
So, yeah, you guys come to a pass in the hills. It is, listen, Gary, let's not give him access to the ancient builds. So you think you're in the general vicinity of where this woman said that the ambush happened. And Corbin speaks up and says, this is a good stretch of highway. I think maybe we should camp here and whatever effects wear off Gary. I'm just saying.
Effects?
No, I didn't say anything, buddy. I just said thickets. There's thickets on either side of the road. We're fine. Help me.
Y'all are just lucky I got us away from them demons.
Sure thing, bud. For God's sake, get on to start the car and rest.
I think this is a good place to pull over, Gary, and check in the 1960s surplus LSD. And,
it's like gunpowder. It just gets more potent with age.
apparently.
Are we anywhere near the ruins where we met?
No, you guys are maybe. Well, when you say where we met, do you mean where Gary met the party back at the Hollow Man? Oh, yeah. No. You're like 150, 200 kilometers from there now.
Okay, I think that's like 150 feet. So Gary will.
These communist units, man.
Yeah, it's 70 or 80 freedom miles from. I don't know how many hectares to a kiloliter that is, guys.
How many furlongs is that? I only speak in furlongs.
How many hogsheads? How many hogsheads? Cubits. How many cubits from?
Give it to me in smoots. I need it in smoots.
Oh my gosh.
So Gary
Kevin's
will.
back.
Oh, nice. So Gary will look for a place where there's no like ditch by the side of the road, and he will turn on his blinker and gently pull in and come to a soft stop.
Sure. Let me see here. Let me look at my contemporary map and see what might be around there.
I totally want to hear Gary's disembarking speech here.
All right. All right, so there actually is some scrub forest around you on either side, and Gary, there is actually an area that looks like it was designed for vehicles to be pulled off in to the on the left side of the road.
That's where he goes.
All right. So you pull off there, and there's a couple of rusted out vehicle shells nearby. In the middle of the bare ferrocrete, there's a charred spot that looks like the remains of an ancient campfire. What do you guys what do you guys wish to do now that you've pulled over?
Foxen is pulling your claws out and getting out of the car.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle. Okay.
She's finding a spot to do her business away from the group.
All right. Likewise, Corbin gets out of the car. He unlimbers his slug thrower and walks around, stretching his legs, breathing in the night air. Techno, are you turning on the power armor and walking around, or are you just going to sit there, or what?
Yeah, I suppose I'll turn it on momentarily and kind of walk around and at least help establish, a camp environment and determine how we're going to do that.
Okay. Kevin, how about Gary? I'm sorry, Yang, how about Gary?
Gary is going to get out, and he's going to take a rag and say to the car, "Oh, don't worry, baby. Don't worry about what they say about you. I love you." And then he'll sort of like brush it off like you would brush down a horse after a long run.
Okay. I'm sorry, Kevin, how about Wonder Bar? What's he doing?
So I missed something while I was off.
Yes. Everything was okay for a couple hours of driving, and then
he thought we were demons, and then
then he thought you guys were face-eating demons, and the air outside became flesh. So he stomped on the gas. Unfortunately, rolled a nat 20 when he was driving at like 250 communist measurements per hour up the highway. But yes,
Did we crash or
no.
Okay,
no.
We just stopped.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely get out of the car.
Okay.
Kevin, we drove through it.
Yeah, he seems fine now. And Tim, how about Arlen?
I think I'm going to get out, throw up, and then start to establish a perimeter for the.
Fair enough. In that order. Okay.
Kiss the ground. We're astronauts now.
Yeah. Yeah, Corbin is going over and he is checking out the rusted hulks. You see him take a couple of tools out of his pocket, and he is detaching some bits of metal from this thing. So you guys are kicking back and relaxing. It is near dawn now. It is getting near dawn. Let's see.
Foxes is going to use her senses to try to determine if there's anything in the area.
Well, your senses being your eyes, no.
Well, I have my nose and my hearing too.
You do not smell the approach of evil.
Okay. I do have heightened hearing.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. I mean, Corbin is talking to himself, and he said, "Oh yeah, this will do quite nicely." As the regular click of a ratcheting sound as he's removing a few bits and bobs from one of the rusted out abandoned vehicles, which, given how thoroughly they already seem to be stripped, this guy must be crazy for metal, because he is is collecting the few that can be detached without a sawzall. So the rest of the evening goes by, and it's fairly uneventful.
I don't like the word fairly. But okay.
Fairly uneventful.
Like the Chicago Fair of 1913, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the mass murderer. Yeah.
All right. So
It's all relative.
So Corbin goes back over to the car and he says, yeah, just before sunup, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to maybe get some shut eye, put my my sleeping pad out. Is that okay? I figured when the sun does eventually come up, I'd be in the shade in one of the scrap vehicles. Is that okay with everyone?
So your intent is to stay up all night?
Well, I mean, it's not that far before dawn. You can just see a little bit of faint, coming up over there. I figure I'd sit up for a while and keep watch out. I mean, I got to pay my way for this little trip, right? I mean, you guys, right?
We all take turns. You can't stay up all night and be your best.
Well, okay.
Well, my point is simply that someone should stay watch with him.
I'll stay watch with him.
All right, great. I'm
not sure I can sleep after that car drive.
Yeah. Whew, little jittery about that, man. Machines. What are you gonna do? All right. So, yeah, you guys, you kick back, you relax. You have some trail rations. And so Corbin he's on watch with you, Arlen. It's just a few hours before dawn, and he relates all of the interesting stuff he's seen and done. I've traveled all over the Southwest, and I'd like to see one of the big settlements that's still there, like San Francisco, or I've heard that there's a place somewhere around these parts. They say it's a ruin of an ancient place where people would bet domars against each other. Huge ancient buildings just filled full of ancient treasure and all kinds of loot. I'd love to find that place, but they say that the desert swallowed it up after the cataclysm. Did you ever hear of it?
No, this is my first time out of my little village.
Oh yeah. It's called I can't remember the title. I used to know what it was, but now it's pretty vague. I couldn't guess what it was, but anyway. Well, he just goes back to just idle chatter. The end of your shift comes, and true to his word, he grabs his sleeping pallet and goes over behind one of the vehicles where it'll be in the shade when the sun comes up, lays his pallet out. Anybody else doing anything now that it's their shifts?
My shift, I'm on highest alert with all my senses.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to look menacing while I'm looking around. Can't see in the dark though. So
well, we do have the snoopers, so I assume whoever's on guard would be using the snoopers, right?
yeah, if it's not morning yet.
Yeah.
It's well, Arlen and Corbin's shift ends right at the break of day, so hence Corbin saying you wanted to lay in the shade of one of the vehicle wrecks.
So Gary is going to try to investigate the vehicles. I know they've been stripped. He's just going to look for anything that may have been looked over.
Okay. So there's two. Do you go to the one that Arlen is sleeping behind first, or do you go to the other one?
I'll go to the other one first.
Okay. It's not terribly different from the turbine vehicle. The access panels for the power plant, the hatches to go in and out of, the transparent steel around it, all that stuff's gone. The only thing that seems to still be on it that's any good, there's a control column that's fitted into the front of the where the driver sits. There's a control column and a control yoke, and oddly enough, the tires, the weird sort of almost metallic-ish feeling mesh tires are still bolted onto the wheel, or still on their hubs, bolted onto the wheels.
Does any of that stuff look like it would be an upgrade for our car?
The control column, absolutely not. It's cracked, it's faded. It looks like somebody took great pleasure in either prying off or destroying the little control buttons that were arrayed around it. The tires, roll 2d6, please. And we'll do this for each one. Obviously, there's 4. The first one, looks, well, let's see. Let's have a gander. The first one, actually, despite looking pretty rough, is in good condition. You know, you give it a good thump, and it's got that, you know, it resists. So yeah. Kevin's, the tires are mimics. Well, they weren't, but now I'm gonna do that.
Roll 2d6. Why?
And roll 2d6 for the next one, Yang. Yes, the next one, it's on the lee side of the car, away from the sun. No one has tampered with it, and it is obviously in good shape. So that's 2 good tires on here.
All right. Well, Gary will harvest those.
All right. Give me a 2d6 for the next one. A 9. Yeah, this one, it looks okay, but the minute you push on it, it just collapses. Just like whatever hub is inside it that makes it firm is no longer there. And give me one more. Ooh. The last one, despite looking really, really bad and really, really faded, is actually in great shape.
All right. Well, Gary will take the 3 that work.
Yeah. And I mean, this is part and parcel. You know how the turbine car works. So, you know, you just unlock the central hub and you can roll those over, and you now have 3 tires. And yes, auto manufacturers got it right by the 22nd century. They're pretty much universal, the wheels.
No way. I'm not believing that for a second.
Hey, it's science fantasy, Tim. We have to let go
Okay.
of our suspension of disbelief.
You can't disbelieve. I do it all the time. It never works. But
JP Got Rockets mentions Run Flats out. I saw this thing a number of years ago, and basically all tire manufacturers, this was in the way early 2000s, they were going to shift to a type of tire that had this, basically they didn't take air. but they had these semi-rigid baffles, almost like spokes, that went from the center of the tire to the outer walls of the tire, and they wouldn't need air. The stiffness would hold them up. But they were like, this is gonna be kick-ass. It's gonna revolutionize tires. And then I never heard from it again. I mean, I don't have those on my car. I can tell you that, having paid $200+ for a single one not that long ago. Okay, so you guys, that is what you find on the one car. Yang, do you want to check out the one that your buddy Corbin is sleeping behind?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Corbin's not there. The vehicle is in worse shape than the other one. It's just like sitting on its belly on the ground, and it's missing everything that I just said it was, including the tires. I mean, if you could cut the thing into pieces, you'd have metal to work with. But yeah, Corbin's not there.
Well, Gary is going to wake up the others. Hey! Maybe those demons got Corbin. He ain't here.
I guess, Wonderbar will get up. And... Corbin, my man?
Corbin.
All right.
Foxen's gonna get up, look around,
Okay.
try to smell. Does she get a track?
Dooms, how about Techno? I'll come back to you.
Yeah, I'll wake up. I've been trying to politely warn you about this individual for some time now.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
least you didn't take a watch alone.
His sleeping pallet is still there, and as you're standing there yelling for your companions, Gary, you notice that there is a folded piece of paper just under the edge of the sleeping pallet. Roll a d20 for me, can it, please? No, you don't. You don't catch a scent of anything.
Okay.
So Gary will take a look at that paper.
Okay. So, just a moment, please. Okay. There is a red square in the middle of the paper. In the upper right-hand corner is a crudely drawn, in black, a crow.
Gary will show the others.
All right, everyone, your hair is standing up on the back of your necks. And none of you are surprised at this point as you are looking at this. From around you, from just down the slope, basically, you guys are on a scenic overlook. Okay. You begin to hear the sounds of mechanical parts moving from all around you. Magneto hydraulic systems, motivators, servos.
Boomstick ready.
It's
Clanking
a
up
final stand, the boss battle.
over the ridge. You see 5 of the tarnished and corroded, yet in all the important places, gleaming robot skeletons scanning you with their red eyes. They don't present. They do not present syringes out of their mouths or out of their fingers. They are carrying weapons. Let's get, and just so we're clear, they're about 30 meters away from you, and they're spaced out fairly even. The highway is to your backs. The as you're looking out over the embankment that they've just come up, the two vehicle wrecks are off to your right. You guys are kind of parked over here, and they're spaced out evenly. There's about, I'm going to say, about 30 meters between each of them. So let's go ahead and start with actions. Tim, what is Arlen doing?
I'm the designated FNG, so I'm gonna kind of look at the crew and go, really? Is this what we came after? Those are big,
That's
man.
it.
All right. Dooms, how about Techno?
Yeah, I'll fire a micro missile at one of the guys in the middle, hoping that the area of effect to get somebody else.
Okay. How about Gary?
So question, the car that we drove in on,
Yes.
is that capable of off-road travel?
In a pinch, yes.
Okay. Is there some kind of cover to hide behind, duck behind?
I mean, you have been off-road in it many times on your journey here when you had to, like, the highway was gone, the highway was covered with rubble, what have you. It's a fairly universal vehicle. In the grim darkness of the future, the sport SUV is all that remains. As far as cover, there's the two rusted out hulks, which you are actually right close to, that you can duck behind because you found the note. Actually, I think all of you guys came over to see that, didn't you? So you might have a little bit of cover there.
Okay, and then just to clarify, in Gamma World, does ducking behind cover actually provide me some kind of like bonus on defense?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because Gamma World is designed, you see, from the ground up to be compatible with first edition AD&D, and seeking cover from missile fire can absolutely afford you an armor class bonus.
All right, then this turn he's gonna dive behind one of those wrecks and grab his laser pistol.
Alrighty. So that was Gary. Arlen, you're standing there looking shocked, asking, is this what we do?
This thing I have is a shotgun, so I'm gonna let the missile fire go off before we figure out really what to do.
Okay. Alrighty. And how about Foxen, Kennick?
She's doing Alanis Morissette. She's gonna put one hand on the tube and trigger it for the armor class bonus in front of him, or her, I should say. And she's standing behind Doom with the Perth powder in her other hand.
I have no idea what that has to do with Alanis Morissette. You could have just said you're taking cover behind him.
Well,
that was obtuse.
She's doing the defense, and she's got the powder to treat anybody that takes massive hits if she can. You're
going to try and be combat medic. Gotcha. And Dooms, how about Techno? You are unleashing a missile. That's right. So Kevin, how about Wonder Bar?
Well, I have an energy mace. Everything else is out of charges, so I'm gonna energy mace them when they arrive. But I will I'll activate my increased speed if I have to.
Okay.
So I can get 2 attacks around.
Alrighty. So, are you gonna seek cover for now?
Yeah. I'm not gonna stay out in the middle waiting. Right. I don't want to be that person that everybody stepped back and I'm still standing in the front.
Right. And just for clarity's sake, Tim, is Arlen seeking cover?
Oh yes, I'm ducking behind.
Okay. All right.
The furry rabbit thing.
Okay, so 2 people seeking cover behind Dooms in his power armor, and 2 people 2 people seeking cover behind the car wrecks. Let's go ahead and roll initiative and we're just going to start at the top. Dooms, roll initiative for the side, please. Party will go first. Let fly with your missile. Now, there is nothing behind them, so if your missile misses, it just arcs off into the distance.
All right.
An 8.
Well, it's a weapon class 16.
Yeah, it's a weapon class 16. Let's see. Got my 2 hit charts right here. So we have a weapon class 16. Unfortunately, that will sail into the distance. Gary, you said you were seeking cover first and shooting later?
Yeah, first round, get to cover. Second round, he'll probably shoot stuff.
Okay, Wonder Bar is waiting. Arlen has sought cover. You guys scatter to cover. And so let's just go down the list here. Shot at Gary. So ducked behind cover, that is going to give you a total of undercover. You know what? Let me see here. I think we're going to the Dungeon Master's Guide for some help here.
Just for reference, his normal AC is 3.
Okay. All right. So effect of cover on spells and spell-like powers per the Dungeon Master's Guide. And yes, this is completely valid, folks. The Gamma World is designed to be compatible with AD&D. If you find stuff missing from Gamma World, have a look in the AD&D Dungeon Master's Guide or even Player's Handbook. So, okay, so this is hardcover. We're going to give you a significant AC bonus. Yeah, that just melts some of the armor. And let's see, that was Gary. Arlen. You don't quite have hard cover behind Techno. You have a little bit of cover behind Techno. But is 14 enough to give you some cover? That's the metal attack matrix, Bill. We want the physical attack matrix. No, it is not, unfortunately. So, Arlen. It's only 16 points, though. And you're right next to the fox, who of course has the healing powder. So, kazap. This next shot will go at. It'll go Techno. That is a hit. Techno, I'm guessing shields are up, right?
Yes.
They are 11 points less powerful.
All right.
Whoops. Not 5d20, Bill. Come on. And that just the smoke and all the lasers crisscrossing. You don't know how they're foxing, but you manage to not get hit. Kevin, did I shoot at Wonder Bar?
I didn't see you.
11 with your cover. That is not going to hit you. Okay. So that ends the round. They are marching. They're kind of tightening the noose as they're moving in. They're maintaining their spacing, but they're coming closer. They fired as soon as they crested. they're doing combat moves forward. Let's get declarations. Doom's Techno going to fire another micro missile.
Assuming they're far enough away still, I'll do a grenade this time.
Oh yeah. All right. How about Gary?
How many rounds until they would be right on top of us? Just rough estimate.
One more, maybe, if they speed up.
Oh, snap. Okay. Then Gary is going to take one of his landmines and place it, I guess, under the car that he and whoever else are hiding behind.
That would be, I think that's Wonder Bar is behind the car with you. So you're going to slide one of those mines under the car.
And he's going to like give a little elbow to Wonder Bar, but he's going to put it in such a position where he could trigger it with something like throwing a rock at it or something.
Okay. I got you. All right. Tim, how about Arlen?
Are they close enough I can use a shotgun?
Absolutely.
Then I will be using a shotgun.
Go full Doom guy on them, Tim.
All right. How about both shells, man?
How about Foxen?
One of her companions behind her took damage, so she's going to administer the perth powder.
You are how much perth powder are you administering?
The full thing. The party's keeping her alive.
Just the whole container of perth powder.
Well, not the whole. I'm going to do like half.
Okay. So let's see.
We used the wrong jar, and it turns out to be glitter.
It's 10 hit points. I mean,
Tim changes his character's name to Cinnamon and starts demanding Domars.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother channel.
It would be Cinnamon Swirl. Thank you very much.
Cinnamon Swirl. Let's see. So,
and I do a pretty good impression of Nathan Lane when I want to, so we can go that way.
I can hear it. I can actually hear it. Okay, so
I've seen the birdcage many, many times.
All right.
Oh, good.
So you have 60 grams of powder. And let's see, 1 hit point for each gram. How much powder do you want to administer?
I'm only down 21 hit points.
So I mean, I do like a third because he looked like he got hit pretty hard.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you immediately you make a poultice and clamp it on his wound. All right. And Kevin, how about Wonder Bar? You can, using your double speed move, if you charge with a capital C, you can be on top of one of these things in this round.
That's what I'm going to try to do.
All right. Okay, your mace starts to hum with great intensity. So let's roll initiative. And Yang, it's to you. D6 for initiative, please. I got a 6. Party got a 3. Kevin, your charge goes regardless because, again, AD&D rules. Go ahead and make your 2-hit roll.
All right. Dive!
3. 16, add +2 for your charge. That is 18. And did you boost your speed?
I did, yeah.
Okay, make your second attack also.
All right. Roll already, please.
That one will miss, but because your first one was so telling, this thing like staggers back from your blow. Energy mace does a fixed amount of damage, I believe.
Yeah, it's 30.
30, yeah. You smash this thing and Duralloy parts go flying out. Its head snaps to the side. You can see magnetic rams and stuff like that just go scattering, and it turns and does the Terminator iris eye focus on you. So now they will shoot, and we'll start with you. Yeah, it struggles to bring its blaster to bear after that, and just splashes off the parking lot. All right, this next shot is at Techno. Otherwise, we will go down the list. 14 will hit Techno's armor class. However, shields are up, and they're doing their shieldy things. So that is 18. You see that shield meter go down. All right, this shot is then at Arlen, who that is a miss. you are lying on the ground in pain with Foxen putting the powder on you, so that is a miss. Foxen, however, these things apparently don't follow the rules of warfare. They are shooting at the medic.
That is a good thing I had my shield up.
You guys are digging foxholes with your belly buttons right now. So that was 1, 2, 3.
Gross.
This
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
This last
Gross.
shot is.
Gross.
I don't think I shot at Gary yet.
Not this round.
No.
That is a miss. All right, so they all missed. Let's start up. Fire a grenade at him. Show him a little 40 millimeter action, if you would. There, Dooms.
Give him an enema.
Alrighty.
Funk.
Come on.
Bloop. Okay, so that is a grenade. So we are going to scatter that grenade. We are going to roll a D8. So it is behind and to his left, and the radius on the grenades is 10 meters, is it?
Kaboom.
All right,
That's
so
correct.
he's still going to take grenade damage. Do you know what the grenade damage is, Dooms?
Yeah, it's normally 5d6, but molecular understanding gives me an additional d6.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh,
Nice. All right, yeah, this thing staggers forward from the blast behind it, and is, same thing. Access ports go winging off. All right, that is your round. Gary, you want to take a shot?
Gary was placing the mine.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, you've got your you've got your mine set. I can just see Gary sitting in there with a hammer. Come on over here! How dare you! All right, Arlen, cut loose with your shotgun, my friend.
D20, see if I hit. I roll a 5.
You rolled a 5. Okay, so I need to double check slug throwers. You know what the problem is? It's a block map bug. If you're a real Doom player, you'll know how annoying the block map bugs are.
Not if you exploit them to your advantage.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you can dance with a revenant to do that. But all right. Oh, I did not want to do that. Actually, Legion of Gold, I did want that open. So. All right, the shotgun. All right. So shotgun, it is a large bore that's definitely in range. Reloading time and 1 melee rounds. Double barrel, two shots per melee round. Tim, you can fire again. Boom, boom. So 8-12. Okay, so let's see. This is definitely in range. This is let's see. Large bore. You're in range.
2 to 5 at short range and 1 to 4 at long range.
Okay, and that's per pellet. So 1d4 for the number of pellets that hit, and then 1d4 for each amount of pellets.
4.
So 5 pellets hit. 5 pellets. So that's 5d4 plus 5.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad at all.
17 plus 5, sir.
So 22. You blast the one that was shooting at you for 22 points of damage. You demolish one of its photoreceptors. A couple of its fingers are snapped off. It's doing the Terminator lurch as it's moving towards you with its blaster drawn. Good job, Tim. All right, Kennick. You have successfully healed Tim. What are you doing in this round?
I'm going back to my in the spot behind Doom's shield, and I've got my shield up too.
All right,
and I'm ready for the next blast.
Got your little shield there. Yes, we established last week, Kevin, that this is in fact a former UAC Marine shotgun that Tim has. And Kevin, Wonder Bar. Oh wait, you already did your attack.
Yeah, I charged. So.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're now up in this thing's teeth. Your mace is humming.
Well, it was. It's not anymore. Right now, it's it's an energy mace minus the energy.
Well, I mean, was that all the charge left in it?
It had one more strike left in it.
Ah, I see. Well, you made it count.
Yeah.
You made it
I'm
count.
gonna keep using it because
Okay, you can keep praying on it. All right. So Dooms, how about Techno? You did damage to the one that was moving towards you. There's still a couple moving towards you. They're targeting. Well, one is still targeting you, but there are still 2 targeting Arlen and Foxen. So
And Wonder Bar's right in the thick of that mess, huh? I mean, he's got.
What Wonder Bar? He's off to your far right. You just saw him like a blur. He just charged out, and you saw the blue-green discharge of that energy mace smashing in to one of the robots.
Yeah, I'd like to melee with the fist the guy that I hit before, assuming.
Yeah, you can just hit your boosters and zip over there and fist him if you want to. Yes, I said that. Okay, Yang, how about Gary? Still waiting with a hammer?
Well, if it looks like I have it'll take him 2 more turns to get there. So they won't be on top of me at the next turn. If it looks like that, I'm going to take a shot with the pistol. If it looks like they will be where I am, I'm going to go back and find other cover.
Okay. It hasn't started moving yet. It seems content to try and hose you down with energy.
Then I will shoot.
All right. Tim, I'm assuming Arlen is doing the needful and reloading that shotgun in this round.
Pull. Okay, sorry, that was a bad joke. Yes.
All right. So you're breaking it open. Slugs or shells, casings go flying out, and you're click. That's what you're doing in this round.
Shout at the giant things. If you want to battle, you're in denial.
All right, Foxen, you're just keeping your head down, and Kevin Wonderbar is using the mace. Let's roll initiative. And Tim, it's your turn. That's a D6.
I don't know that that's a good idea, but I will roll it anyway.
I got a 3.
6.
Party got a 6. It was a great idea. Arlen spends this round reloading. Techno, you hit those A-grab thrusters, and you're right in this thing's teeth. Draw back and punctuate it.
All righty.
And it has taken
+1
21
to this
points of damage already.
Kill
And it's
it.
about to take
17.
9 dice more.
Molecular understanding gives me an additional die.
10 dice more.
Nice.
30.
Okay, yeah. You smash this thing right in the center. There's the You know, when the Terminator gets crushed in the first movie, there's all the blue lightning that arcs out around Sarah. Same effect. You just smash this thing right in its alloy solar plexus. It arcs for a second and then slumps backwards. Let's see. Gary, take your shot. 14, and that is what kind of weapon?
Laser pistol class 13.
That will hit. And this is a fresh one that had not taken damage before.
16.
Absolutely mid-roll. So yeah, you slag a little bit of it. Kevin, take 2 swings on this thing.
Now, can I use my inertia armor to add more inertia to the swing?
You cannot.
Okay. I know I can.
Nice try, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens here. It's trying to roll a whole bunch of dice again. Okay.
All right.
Let's see this. 10. And
10.
I don't have bonuses this time, so it's class 6.
Class 6, 10 versus that armor class. Probably not going to work. How many hit dice do you have?
Well, I have heightened constitution, but it's 15.
Yeah, mace resounds off of it, but you got another one.
All right. What about second hit? Okay. No, not this.
That was only first melee. What about second melee? Second melee is equally ineffective. That was Wonder Bar. Foxen is just waiting for the inevitable. Tim is reloading.
I mean, she's looking for cover too because Doom went forward. So
okay, well, I mean, the vehicle is off to your left.
I'm diving for the vehicle.
All right, so you're moving in this round, and you're heading for cover behind the vehicle, which means you've attracted the photoreceptor of one of the 4. There were 5, now there's 4 killbots. And an 18 will hit you. Now you have your shield.
Yep.
And your shield does what? Your energy shield does what?
AC 3.
It is armor class 3. Okay. Sorry about this, Kennick. This is going to hurt you a lot more than it's going to. Take 15 points of damage as you
Ouch.
duck behind the car. Brap.
Okay.
All right, so that's android number 1 shot at Vixen when she moved. Over at you, Kevin.
Okay.
1 attack on Wonder Bar. A 12. What is your armor class in the inertia armor?
It's AC 1.
AC 1. So let's see. That just gets you, dude.
All right. I do have a shield that takes up to 25 damage, but only does half.
Okay, so that is 11. So that's 11 points of damage. Your shield drops, and you take 5 of that.
All right.
All right, so that's 1, 2. This shot is going to be at Yang. It just misses that. Just ping. Just bounces off a polished spot of alloy, and this last blast is going at Arlen. And that is a miss on Arlen. Arlen just standing tall out there. I just picture him on one knee, breaking the shotgun open, slamming a couple of those 10 gauge home, snapping it shut. Laser beam flies past you, and you just draw down on it. Okay. Dooms, Techno has smashed one of these things. Your friends are, you see, well, your allies, I should say, but you see Wonder Bar is in melee with one of them. Another one is trying to move around and draw down on where you think Gary is located. And there are 2 marching forward. One is kind of curving towards the vehicle. And the other one is just walking straight ahead to where Arlen is holding his ground. What is Techno doing in this round?
Can I get to any of them?
Yeah, with your movement boost, absolutely.
do that. I suppose if I can get to the one that's on Wonder Bar, I'll do that. If not,
Okay.
I'll just take the one that's closest to me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, with your power armor's movement, you can get there no problem. All right. Yang, I saw your PM. You're gonna take one of the pills you guys found last night. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to take 2.
Oh God, 8 hours of pill rolling.
I'm
Oh my
gonna
God.
turn the shotgun on.
Blam, blam.
Gary
So-
sees the shotgun blast and sees a bunch of bright colored pills hit his body.
Yeah.
which gives him extra speed, and he
That's
shoots
right.
them off.
That's
Oh goodness.
Am I okay? So, are any of the robots that are coming towards me? Are they like? Could they potentially get to the car this turn?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I will hightail it backwards.
Okay. So you're moving in this round, trying to move. What are you going to go? So the two rusted out cars, you were behind the one on the far right, and Android coming towards you this way. Are you going to move behind the one to the left?
Well, ideally, what I would like to do is I would like to move somewhere, so that on the next turn, when it gets to the car, I could throw something on that landmine and blow it up. So I will duck behind whatever cover I can find, that still allows me to try that.
Okay. That would be the other car, unless you want to be right there when the landmine goes off.
I'll go to the other car.
Okay. A wise decision, sir. All right. Tim, Arlen, you have a loaded shotgun. You have a functional android walking towards you.
I think we need to put those hands together.
All right. Foxen, you are undercover, but you are in pain because you got shot. What are you doing?
A quick out of character question.
Mhm.
I did note that stops 20 damage. Is that total or per round on the tube defense?
On the shield. That is per round, as long as
Okay.
its battery is working. So
Okay, so it would have absorbed that, so I should be at full.
right.
Okay.
Just
So
stung.
I'm getting tiny underneath the car
You're
back as
attempting-
far as possible.
attempting to curl up like my D20 holder.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And Kevin, I'm guessing you're going to smack this thing a couple of times.
Yeah, whatever's worth hitting is worth hitting a whole bunch of times.
I don't disagree with that philosophy. Well, Kennick, it's your turn for initiative, so please roll a d6. I got a 5.
I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try.
Oh, you got a 4.
I
Okay.
And
So, let's see. Techno, you do not currently have one going after you. Gary, this robot is hoping around trying to zap you as you duck run back over to the other car. A 12.
Ooh.
He catches you in the in the movement phase, as it were. When you stand up, let's see, what is your nominal armor class for Gary?
3.
3. Let's see, 3. That's a 13. Yes, sir. So Gary, of the 5 hit dice or 6 hit dice, Gary takes 13 points of damage.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay.
Down to 10.
All right. Arlen is also struck. Arlen, you take 15.
No. Okay.
Right on that spot. You're like, oh, look, the flesh is just knitting shut. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Foxen. Zap. Ow! So
You
let's see,
bastard.
1, 2, 3, and this last shot is at Wonder Bar. This thing's going full Terminator. It's just going to lean back and try and smack you. 18. It does smack you.
It didn't use like a sandal or anything, did it? Because
No, it is not. It was made in America, not in China. That's a joke. You guys check out Stephen He's channel on YouTube. He makes jokes about his dad winging sandals at him. All right, so how many hit points do you have, Kevin?
I am at 73.
Oh, you're at 73. I feel less bad about this. Now you're at 43.
Well, but it should take 25s out of that. Well,
That's
half,
right. So
half, not 25, not quite 25.
So half of so 15. So yeah, you kind of stagger back. It connects with you. Not it doesn't connect with you. It connects anyway. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
And
So
speaking
15.
of, so that is 15, which your shield absorbs, Kennick. All right, so that ends the robots rounds. Techno, you're gonna jet over there and punch this one that is currently fighting Wonderbar.
Yes, sir.
All right, you may do so.
Make sure to yell out, "Oh yeah!"
All right, 11.
Oh my god, I have a Kool-Aid flashback.
Let's see. 11, and we're gonna bump that up. That will hit. That will be 9 dice to this thing.
Excellent. Oh, it'll be 10 modified.
So many dice, man.
So
34.
34. Yeah, and you had seen that. Hey, 3 Dot, good to see you. Yeah, you had seen that Wonder Bar had smashed this thing with its energy maze, and yeah, you drive your fist through it. It just explodes outwards towards you, Wonder Bar, and tumbles to the ground. There
Nice.
are 3 of them left. So Gary, you're gonna try and throw a rock now, or no? You moved in this round. So
Yes.
okay. Let's see then. Tim. Kaboom! That's 2 shots.
I get 2d20 rolls.
Yes.
6 and a 2.
Yeah, those go wide. Just the
Awesome!
spreads. Just do you see maybe a couple pellets ping off of him, but he's still clanking inexorably towards you.
I think I made him mad.
All right. Foxen, you are trying to make yourself small. Wonder Bar, you see this thing explode outward in parts when the irresistible force is struck by the immovable object. Yes, I know that's backwards, but that's how it happened. So there are 3 left. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna say thanks, Techno, and I'm gonna give him the Dennis Dunn / Wang L finger
I got
from Big Trouble in Little China. Then I'm gonna try to jump with my inertia armor to behind one of the other guys so I can smack them in the back of the head.
All right. So the closest one. Well, I mean, you got to look around and assess the situation. There's one that's almost on top of Arlen at this point. There's one that is. I'm sorry.
If he's down, if he's like in melee, I definitely want to go to that guy. If I can.
Well, I mean, it's you don't know if it's going to melee, but it is basically going to be at point blank range to Arlen. So, and Arlen is in the open, no cover.
Right. So that's what I'll do. I can go up to 200 meters in this thing. So.
Yeah, easily done. Okay. All right. So, Dooms, how about Techno?
If I can reach one of these guys, I'll punch them. If not, I'll just close with them.
Oh yeah, it's again same thing. You know, you have your armor. One on Arlen, and you just saw Wonder Bar leap to that one, which is not to say you can't go back him up, but there's also one that's moving towards the car where you know Foxen is, and then there's one that is trying to maneuver around the vehicles to where Gary is located.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go for the one that's closer to our car because we can't really have anything happen to that.
I understand. All right, let's roll initiative, and we are to you, Kevin. To you.
All right, let's see what happens.
You got it.
Oh man, that's a 7.
Oh,
And that's a 1. So there you go. All right, party will go first. Tim, I'm guessing Arlen's reloading in this round.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, you're on one knee, or maybe you're standing up now, but this thing is like close enough you can see the individual panel lines, and I mean you're not sure if it's entirely evil because it is smiling at you. So let's see. Techno, you can move in this round and smash the one that is currently moving towards your car if you'd like. A 7 total. It stoops to attack. It stoops to attack Foxen, and your power fist just flies over its head there. So you're trying to throw the rock now, Gary?
If it's within the blast range of the landmine, definitely.
You think it should be. Give me a d20 roll and roll exceptionally well, because you are both behind cover.
Okay.
You're aiming at something that's the size of a dinner plate.
There you
Nice.
That is it. That is exactly it. Okay, so
Now this
So
was
you're
a
just
torque landmine, so
8 photon land. There's just this flash and then this perfectly smooth hemispherical spot where Gary, both cars, and the android used to be. All right, let's see. So
You had said it was the same as a small damage pack, which is 66.
yes, so roll 6d6.
Ah, 19.
So yeah, 19. It gets blasted. It staggers back. Your ears are ringing. There's dirt raining down from the sky. But hey, I mean, when you needed it. All right. Yeah, let's see. Arlen's reloading. Foxen is just trying to think small thoughts. Kevin, Wonderbar.
all right. So I should get 2 attacks on this.
Yes.
The one that's on Arlen.
Yes.
Hopefully
Clank,
it hit.
clank.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. First one, nope.
Nope.
Second one, it's a class 5, so I don't know if that's gonna.
Let's see. I thought it was a 6.
No, it's 5.
That doesn't really matter.
I misquoted last time. It
All
looked
right.
like a 6.
So, well, your total was 12.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit it, but you don't connect with anything important.
Okay.
Just like it bounces off of one of the thing's metallic shoulder blades, but it's now aware that you're back there.
Yep, that's part of the game.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll start over there. Tim, it is still focused on ending Arlen's existence, but not in this round. It doesn't. It's trying to draw a bead, and just as you're looking at that, you can just see the faint gleam of the focusing calameter inside this thing's barrel, and then there's a clank, and it goes down as it triggers the weapon, and it burns a hole in the ground at your feet as you slam home your shotgun shells and snap the gun shut.
And I'm going to tell it, neener, neener, neener.
All right, so yeah, you stand up to throw the rock. It lands on the mine. This thing is blasted enough that its shot goes wild. The one that, let's see, Dooms, you have closed in on this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It turns around and tries to backhand you with its metallic fist. And it is unsuccessful. It just barely grazes your shield, doesn't even do anything appreciable to cause the power levels to drop. So here is the current situation. Techno and Techno is standing next to the one that is next to the vehicle as it's trying to locate and kill Foxen. Foxen is under the back bumper of the car, howling out her people's battle cry, not in the face, not in the face.
Love you, Bill.
Gary, this one is slowly, menacingly chasing you around these two parked cars. Arlen, you are it is a classic Western style standoff. You with your sawed-off shotgun, a Terminator with its laser gun. You guys are practically toe-to-toe, but just when you think this might be Arlen's last stand, you see Wonderbar zoom in and swing at it and strike it enough to throw it off target. So, Dooms, Techno, you going to try and punch it again?
Yes, sir.
All right. How about Gary?
How does it look?
With photoreceptors built into a skull-like casing that houses its CPU.
Good to know. Does it look
It's
heavily
taken
damaged or?
Moderately damaged.
All right.
It's rusty though, so
Jeez. I think Gary is going to have to use his total healing ability.
Okay.
So it allows him to heal all his lost hit points.
Okay, so Gary is total healing in this round. Tim, I have a sneaking suspicion I know what Arlen's about to do.
Well, give it to him with both barrels.
All right. Foxen, you're just hoping that Techno can finish this thing?
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
he's my hero.
Okay, and Wonder Bar, you're going to continue flailing on this or
yeah,
macing on this?
he's not looking
All right.
at me, so don't turn
All right.
away from any of me, buddy.
Stop not paying attention to me. Clank, 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 clank. All right. Let's roll initiative, and we have come back around. Dooms, it is your turn, please. Give me a D6 roll. A2. It is initiative tied. All of this is happening simultaneously. Gary, like your life bar, just as this thing is drawing down on you. Dooms, go ahead and take your swing. 16, 17 will hit. So that is 10 dice.
All right, big money.
33 points of damage. Yeah, you send it staggering. Parts of it fly off. Its head is kind of hanging at a funny angle, sparking wires everywhere, more of those licks of blue electricity. It's unfortunately still just functional. Tim, Arlen, do your thing. 2 shots. $19 and $18. That is excellent. So you're going to roll 2 to 5 pellets and 2 to 5 pellets, and then so let's see.
2 and a 3, because you add 1 to each.
Yes, so a 2 and a 3, that becomes a total of 5 pellets hit, and that is 2 to 5 per pellet. So that is going to be 5d4 plus 5 damage to it. 11 points. All right, you blast it. and it staggers some more.
16, but yeah.
16. Sorry, yeah, 16. You blast it. It staggers some more. Let's see. Gary, take a shot.
He was healing.
Oh, total healing. You're total healing this round. That's right. Okay, so yeah, hit points come back up. Kevin, swing your mace twice.
All right. 20 and an 8. So I have
the 8 will miss. The 20 absolutely hits.
Okay, so is this large or medium?
This is a large.
Okay, that's sad.
Well, no. It's person size. I'm sorry. No,
okay.
it's just person size.
So it's 4 points of damage.
All right. Well, hey, every little bit helps. You smash the mace onto it. A couple pieces of Duralloy go flying. And I think that is it. So let's start over here. Techno. No, it's still it's still trying to smash Foxen. That is going to hit.
It's going to hurt.
I'm a tiny little thing. I'm not attacking. These are mean robots.
It hates dogs.
More dogs.
Who does
It
not
really
hate
hates them.
dogs? Oh, so
28 points of damage.
after my shield 8.
8, yes. So yeah, you're holding your shield up, and it just brings that metallic foot down, and you feel some things crack. All right.
You bullies! You
1, 2,
bullies!
3, 4, 5, 6 over with Arlen. Arlen and Wonderbar, rather. Tim, this is going to be at Arlen, and that is a hit. You are laser zap. Oh, 24 points of damage. Is Arlen still with us?
Arlen is still with us.
Okay.
He's not happy, but he's still with us.
All right. And last but not least, versus Gary, who has totally healed. Well, that doesn't.
It doesn't hit.
No, I think.
That doesn't hit either. So, all
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Pew, zap. All right. Tim, is Arlen reloading? What is Arlen doing?
Arlen is reloading and crying.
Okay. All right. You're reloading through your tears. Techno, you gonna try and finish this thing?
Yes.
All right. Gary, you are totally healed. What do you wish to do?
So as I guess we're running around this car chasing each other, would I have a penalty for using a fired weapon this close to him?
No.
No. Then I will attempt to shoot him in the face.
All right. Try and shoot him in his grinning robotic mug. Arlen is reloading. Foxen, this thing is once again raising its foot up to try and smash you. What are you doing?
I'm going under the car. I'm
All right.
tiny. I'm going under the car.
Well,
Get to
all
the
right.
chopper.
Kevin, Wonderbar.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to smack this thing in the back of the head.
All right. Okay. Yang, roll initiative, please. D6. I got a 3. Party got a 2. All right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yang. It shoots you. Good thing you totally healed, right?
We'll see.
That's just 21 points. You're fine, right?
Okay. I got 2 left.
Okay. Hey, 2 is all you need. Okay. All right. And how often can you total heal?
4 times a week, but only once in a 24-hour period.
I see. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. Well, I have some good news and some bad news for you, Kanek. The good news is there's no guarantee it'll hit you. The bad news is it's gonna try and step on you again. But it does not succeed. There's just enough room behind the car for you. And let's see. So no, that was the wrong die. Over here. It's shot. So I'm gonna. All right, Kevin. It's finally paying attention to you now. Not that it matters much. It turns around and tries to backhand you again and misses completely. Plenty of Terminators here, but where are the fembots? Super chat for fembots. Super chat for fembots. And I will break out my Hajime Soriyama art books. I am kidding. I will do no such thing.
Maybe you should wear the fembot costume, Bill.
For the right super chat, and it would have to be 4 figures. And no, Jorge, I do not count Chilean pesos as 4 figures. All right, let's get some attacks. Dooms.
Oh,
that will not hit, unfortunately. Gary, you want to take a shot at? 15 will hit. 5d6. You've done 19 to it with a landmine. Is this the first time you've shot it in its stupid face?
No, I hit it once with the laser pistol too for like 15 or 16.
Then that is enough to drop it. Yeah, you burn a hole through it, and down it goes. So there are 2 remaining. That was Gary. Arlen's reloading in just a crap ton of pain. Wonder Bar.
All right, I'm gonna say, sting like a butterfly, fly like a bee.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said.
Clank, clank, ineffective hits. Added together, they would have hit it. Okay, there are 2 of these relentless kill bots left. One is currently fighting with Techno. Gary, you are in a lot of pain. You look over your shoulder to your left in the parking lot. You can still see one is like swinging its metal fist backwards to strike Wonder Bar. But Arlen is also there on the ground in a considerable amount of injury. What do you do?
He is going to shoot at the one that's attacking Wonder Bar and Arlen.
Okay. Wave, start your super chats. Just kidding. Let's see. All right. Tim, Arlen is reloaded. Are you going to you going to let him have it?
Both barrels, sir.
Both barrels. Okay. All right, Kanek, you're just you're still trying to scoot. The tank's in the way. Like you've got your shield up, kind of holding it this way as you're scooting this way, but the big bulbous fuel tank underneath is in your way. So
I'm finding cover.
All right,
however I can.
Trying to be undercover. Kevin, Wonder Bar is clank, clank, clank.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Alrighty, Tim, it is your turn to roll initiative. Please give us a d6. I got a 4. Party gets a 2. All right. Kevin, it is committed to ending your life.
Sure thing.
But does not. Dooms, this one recognizes you as the obvious threat. It will terminate the little foxoid later. But it does not hit you. Counterattacks, right, gentlemen.
Come on.
Everyone, I think Kanek just had a vowel movement. All right. And that is a hit. That is going to be 10 dice. Good
Hey.
God. Okay, with the damage you've done before, you just kind of reach over, grab the top of its head, and squeeze until the Duralloy just sort of crumples inwards. Again, electrical arcs licking you, licking the car, and it just stops. Tim, would you like to teach this thing the error of its ways with a couple of shotgun blasts?
I'd like to, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see if I can even hit it, even though it's right in front of me.
All right. A 10 and an 11. I'm going to say, given that it is close, your pellets don't really spread that much. So I'm going to say the 11 hits, Tim. That is going to be 1d4 plus 1 pellets hit.
4.
4 pellets hit. So that is going to be 4d4 plus 4.
12 plus 4 is 16.
That is 16. A close grouping of pellets smashes something important in this thing, and it kind of staggers back. It sort of looks back and forth between you, between Wonderbar, you, Wonderbar, you, Wonderbar, and then there's just this blue arc just out from it to one of the near ruined cars, and it falls over. The machines have been defeated. They lie in smoking heaps, crushed piles around the parking lot. Corbin was not whom he seemed to be.
What a jerk.
However, I will point
We
out
kind of got that from the note, just to be frank.
Told you he was a robot.
You were friends with him.
I wasn't friends with
Damn
him.
you, Gary! Damn you, Gary!
I wanted to kill him and be friends with the Yexel.
all right.
Well, the Axel was my enemy as well.
Okay, so
That's history.
there are 5 laser pistols here. They're not blasters, they're not black ray guns. They are laser pistols.
Bill, can I operate a laser pistol?
Yeah,
I know I'm tiny.
well, you haven't used one before, but yeah, I'm gonna deem that. I mean, we've all seen Guardians of the Galaxy rocket slinging around that. You know what would be like a compact assault rifle for most people, and for Rocket, it's like a bazooka. So yeah, I'll deem that you can do that. You have hands.
Okay.
How many charges totally on those are left?
So in toto, I think they took let me see. That's a fine question. They didn't seem to have any concerns as far as ammunition goes.
Well, they're robots, you know.
All right, so let's see. Laser pistol. Uh, 10 shots. I think they've got a total of 6 shots each in them.
All right, so I'm just going to document 6 times 6. Okay, or 5 times 6.
Yes.
All right, it's on the treasure sheet. So are you taking one, Kanik?
Yeah, I'll take one
Okay, I'll put it on your.
because I have no range weapons.
All right, so here is where we will pause the game. I am going to give out a little bit of XP to our intrepid adventurers for the heroic slaughter of a Yexel guys. I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Negative.
Very.
For the slaying of the Exel, you each get a total of let's see, so 10 10 experience points each for the Exel.
Well, I can find more of those.
What was that? You need to find more of them.
Yes.
God. All right.
Like 50 of them.
The laser pistols are worth 1,000 XP each. If you each take a laser pistol, that's 1,000 XP each. Let's see. I'm gonna say so that's 50 each for the attack bots that hit you guys.
Okay.
So everyone should be getting 1,060 experience points. 1,060.
So I have 1,060 experience points.
Yes, there you go.
Total.
I think that is 1,060 for Wonder Bar. Does that get you close to leveling, Techno?
Yeah, it brings me above it by 44.
Excellent. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d10 to see what your next level is.
All right. That's
A
And
4.
that's the reason I stand behind him.
That is a +1 to charisma.
that happens to be my dump stat.
Well, there you go. So what is your charisma now?
14.
14. Yeah, I mean you're cold-blooded. You're a vicious killer, but you're completely reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't think anyone else can level. I think everybody else is just starting out. But as you're kind of looking these things over, this is a little distressing to you, but you notice that on some of the parts, there are stamped in Old Common. You can read it. I'm going to put it up here. That is what's stamped on a few of the parts of these things that you guys can see.
So we're going balls to the walls, guys.
Also, I should point out, of all of these things you've encountered, these are the best looking in terms of, like, they didn't look like a scrap pile with other parts bolted onto them. And these did not have toxin injectors. These just came after you guys with weapons. So,
Interesting.
yes. Oh, and we do have a question from the audience, which we can wrap up with. Yexels are supposed to be fairly friendly. How did it go south so bad? You would have to ask Doomsword about that one, because I don't know either. I love refereeing encounters with the Yexels. Apparently, Doom's decided.
It was honestly, it just popped up in the distance. And, well, you pop up in the distance, and I've got micro missiles. What can I say?
Yeah.
We support our party. That's what we're gonna do.
You enter a village with several small cottages that look to be fashioned in the shape of mushrooms. I cast fireball.
Yep.
I think he's been playing Paladins in D&D too long. He just wanted to off something.
Yeah, he just wanted to murder hobos something.
They might be gnomes. We're definitely casting fireball.
Oh, and if they're tieflings, that is like completely out.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody who participated in tonight's robot melee. Thank you very much to Doomsword, to Yang, to Tim, to Kennick, and of course to Kevin. But most of all, I'd like to thank you folks out there in the audience for staying engaged, for clicking like, for clicking subscribe, for leaving comments, for hanging out with us when we do this. I'm going to be back on Monday. Tomorrow, I honestly, I don't care what you guys do with your evenings, but have fun. No, actually, I do care. Come back and watch some of my other videos if you haven't already, because we
Unless
have a
there's
really
an
good time.
incognito. Or sorry.
No, I'm not on. I do guest spot over there sometimes, but not this week. So, thank you everyone. Thank you, my players. Thank you to our audience. I will be back on Monday, as I said, when we will start this madness all over again. But listen, look at it like this, guys. It could have been worse. They could have been fighting robotic owl bears. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.